Texas Dad, why do you keep ordering all these groceries?
Well, kids gotta eat.
Hey y'all, I'm glad you are here. So I just got a little bit of an order from Amazon and you're not gonna believe what's in these boxes, so stay tuned for the video. I'm gonna unpack all these boxes and yep, they are all big boxes. I got a little box down here, you know what's in that, and a box here. So I'm gonna unpack them and you're gonna see what's in the boxes. So you can guess now. Okay, here we go. Box number one. Box number one. Wait, what is behind door number one?
I guess they're all the same thing.
Shh, you're gonna ruin it.
Well, I don't know what they are. But I love ruining the surprise.
What do you think they are? What do you think they are, huh, Bibs? She's like, I don't care.
Nagetta.
I don't care. Daddy's making dinner.
Nagetta, forgetta.
Okay, guys, so if you guessed, it's a container. You're right. You're right. These are 60-pound Gamma lid containers. I do love them. It has been probably about a year or more since I've bought these because the price has gone significantly up. And if you are following my pantry journey, you know that in the process of building my pantry, just a few weeks back, I got big trash cans. They were like the big 21-gallon trash cans. I don't know why they measure trash cans in gallons. I don't know who's storing like gallons of liquid in trash cans, but
nobody's storing anything in trash cans. People put their refuse in.
Right, I'm saying I don't know why the measurement is 21 gallons, but so yes, I was not super duper confident with the, even though I'm not doing long-term storage, even like a year storage in the trash can. So we did need a new trash can for the house, so I repurposed that one. And then the other two trash cans, one went into the tiny house, a couple went for animal feed, so it's totally fine. We were able to reuse them. And I had some Amazon points saved up.
That means it's free. We got Amazon.
So it's almost like it's free. It's almost like it's free. It's like you're using your Azure box.
It's not Azure box. It's not Azure box. It's money.
So I put them towards, I knew Texas Dad would say, only the best for your pantry,
That's
honey.
right. That's right, babe.
So anyway, these are way better. They're airtight. They're way better options. So I'm going to get these in the pantry. I'll bring you back in the pantry. I'm going to go ahead and open up the rest of these here. And then I'll take you back in the pantry. We'll work in the pantry a little bit and we'll chat. Okay guys, so here they are. Here are my 4 new containers. Really thankful to have them and get them in the pantry. And like I said, I'll bring you back there and we'll work a little bit in the pantry. Okay guys, so this was our first order from Chewy and we were really excited because it's the same brand of dog food that we always get for our dogs, the big dogs outside and the little dog. It's Diamond Naturals. It's the chicken and rice formula, but when you signed up for their auto ship, then it's $5 less a bag. So that's really cool and just kind of goes into what I was talking about in a previous video of putting those items that you can on auto ship, so that way it just saves you so much time, and then all you have to do is check back in every few months or so, just making sure that the price hasn't changed significantly. But I was really thankful that we're not gonna have to, it's just one less thing to have to shop for every week. And the last little box that I got today was our Sunwarrior protein powder, and we use this every single day for our lunch, for our smoothies, and this is the vanilla flavor, and it's just really good. We really like this one the best, and we just put it with our fruit. So that's how we get our fruit when it's not in season, is in our smoothies. So every day I put fruit in our smoothie. That's how we do it. So anyway, really like this. I'll link it below for you, but it's an awesome prep to have. Hey guys, welcome to my pantry, and I've been excited to get back here and start revamping and redoing things and setting things up. I knew that these are coming, so I was really excited, and I will leave the links below for them. The 60-pound size is the biggest size that they sell, but there's other sizes that you can look at that might better fit your needs. The 60 pounds are kind of heavy. I can move them, but just barely move them when they're filled with like a really heavy thing like rice or something like that that's really dense. But this is what I found when I've been shopping containers, probably for the past year or so now, is that it seems to me, you all tell me if I'm wrong, but it seems to me by my observations that it doesn't matter if it's a 5-gallon food grade storage bucket, or if with a nice lid, or if it's whatever kind of container, dog food container, any type of BPA free container or whatever. It seems like it's about $1 per pound for food storage. It doesn't matter what the container is. That just seems to be the running rate on anything that you could potentially store food in, which is why I chose to do the trash can method and just try it out and see. I just don't feel totally confident in it. So I'm just like, I don't want to play around. When you have that much money invested in food, I kind of just don't want to risk it. And it's okay, because I could have either taken them back and got my money back, or just repurposed them around the farm, which I was able to do. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to jump into it. I'm going to get into this first trash can here, which is all full of my red lentil pasta. And I'm just going to leave the stuff in the bags, guys, and just put it into there. Some of you ask, do I leave the stuff in the bags, or then do I take the stuff out and put it directly in there? It depends on whatever you want to do. If you're going to be putting food directly into the containers, I always recommend just wiping them out first with, like, you know, a soapy rag or something, leaving them open, letting them air out at least 24 hours. Make sure that they're totally dry before you put dry goods directly into your container. But for my purposes right now tonight, I'm just moving stuff that's already in bags. It's not going to even touch the container. The container is just holding it. So here we go. I'm loving that I can stack these 2 deep here. That was kind of another con that I had about the trash can system once I got it in place, was that it didn't hold as much as I thought it was gonna hold, and then it left me with this big huge gap of space. And if you're prepping food, if you're in your pantry, space is like super valuable. And I was either gonna go with stackable totes or with these containers. That was gonna be my next thing. And since I really love these things, I was like, let me just go ahead and invest into my pantry. But if you don't have this much money to invest in your pantry at this time, that's okay. You can definitely do like the heavy duty stackable storage totes. I'm talking about the really heavy duty ones. They cost a little bit more money, but they usually come with like a bright yellow lid, and they're meant for stacking. Those are the ones that you want, and I would recommend getting them in a smaller size. So see how these are a smaller size? Okay, that's about the size tote that you want. So I would say that's gonna probably be like an 18 or 20 gallon tote at the most, because you're gonna wanna be able to pick up your totes, and move them. And I found over the years when I stored in totes before for my long-term food storage, picking them up and moving them and getting into them, eventually they really get beat up, especially if you're not a really strong person, because you're really like bagging them back and trying to get them on and off and that kind of thing. So yes, that is what I recommend. And then don't forget, your old good general standby is the 5-gallon bucket. But if you're going with 5-gallon buckets, I definitely would recommend getting the Gamma lids. It's pricey, guys. Again, I'm seeing that most 5-gallon buckets with a Gamma lid set is about $25. Sometimes you can get them a few dollars less, but about $25 for a 5-gallon bucket. So, and I think if I'm not mistaken, I think a 5-gallon bucket will hold you about 25 pounds of food storage for like dry goods. So again, it's almost $1 a pound. So anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna grab up my last bag of pasta here. I could have put both bags of pasta into that container had I just emptied it out, but I don't really want to do that. I want to take my time and one day get back into here, wipe them out, let them air dry before I put food directly into it. But that's okay. I have room in my other container. Pasta container is running a little low, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take this bag of pasta here and put this back in my other container. So here we go. Like with my oats or anything else, I just like to push it back as much as possible. If you want to store more dry goods in these containers, it's totally possible. Just stand them upright. Like instead of having them sideways like this, if you store them upright, standing, you'll be able to fit out quite a bit more dry goods in these. I prefer them like this because they're just really easy for my setup in here to get into, but you could definitely store them up and down as well. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the dog food into the new trash can for the dog food. I have oats. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my oats into an oats container. And now my 2 containers here are full of oats. So I'm going to go ahead and designate one of these containers down here as a new oats container. And what I like to do is I like to get my little label maker and make labels for these, so that way when I'm coming back I'm like, what was in here, what was in there, I have them labeled. So let me do that. I love this thing. This is just a little handheld Dymo label maker, and I like putting it on the biggest font here, and so I'll just say oats and print that out. The other thing that I did with my rice, things that are more on a time constraint, I put the date, the month, and the year that I got them, and I put that sticker on the container as well. So for like my new brown sprouted rice, I have the month and the year, and I stuck it right on there. So that way I'm not second guessing when 6 months rolls around. I'm like, okay, we have to definitely make sure that we get through that brown rice. I definitely don't want to have any waste. And then it's really nice for everybody else too, because when the boys come back to get ingredients to make food, then they know what everything is because it's all labeled. Or if my husband comes back here, it's all labeled, so it's super duper easy. My little ones in the morning, they come in and they get their oats out for their oatmeal, and it's really easy for them too. So I love having everything labeled. So here is my big can of oats, and you'll see when I got oats back here, these were from the Bakery on Main company. I've also gotten oats like this just in 1 pound bags, and it doesn't always pay to buy in bulk, guys. Make sure you're pricing things out, price per ounce, price per pound, because a lot of times they get you on that. You think you're getting a good deal, but really when you divide it out, it's just as cheap and it's more efficient. And if I can pay the same price or even just a few pennies more and have stuff in like reasonable size bags and have this is called redundancy, okay? If you're prepping, this is redundancy. This is safety for your food, right? Because instead of a big 50-pound bag, which I just got 2 of them, but these are smaller bags, they're sealed, so if pests get into them, if pests get into one bag, they're not going to get into all of your food, right? And always using bay leaves, putting bay leaves around, making sure that your pantry is kept swept, clean, neat, and tidy. I never let food just lay on the floor in here or anything like that. The other thing is I always keep mouse traps in here, and I also put out poison in here to make sure that if anything's coming in here to eat, there's nothing ever available for them to get into, because everything is in plastic and it's all sealed up, or glass jars. And also the only thing in here that's going to be available for them to eat is poison, or it's in a mouse trap. So here they go in here. So the other cool thing about these vaults is that, as you can see where I stack them, how I stack them here, you do not necessarily have to have shelving units if you're just doing dry goods storage with those vaults. They will stack just on the floor all by themselves, just like that. So that's kind of a really cool thing too. I keep these little cups. These are awesome. I keep them in my kitchen. I have extra ones for measuring cups. I usually like to make sure that there's one on top of everything, or kind of in between the rows. There's usually cups just floating around. So there's always cups to grab when you want to scoop out your dry goods, which is really awesome. Okay guys, last thing in the pantry tonight, I'm just going to be pouring in my dog food into this big trash can here. So I'm going to pour that in. All right, so that is in, and that is great. That works really, really great to hold the dog food. So I am happy with that, and I'm happy to have it in my pantry with the rest of the food in the house. So it's just easier for me to manage that way. So anyway guys, that was it. I just wanted to bring you along and getting these set up. Tags off, but these again were the 60-pound containers, and I was able to fill up 2, and then these other 2 I'm gonna work on seeing what I need to designate these 2 for, and that will be it. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. That is going to be it for today, and we will see you next time guys, right back here on the farm. Remember to love your people and do all the things and rejoice in the Lord always guys, because he is so worthy. We'll see you until next time. Bye guys.